Hey, welcome everybody. It is September 6, 2017, 3:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're keeping an eye on this monster. You know the one, Irma. It is a very serious storm, make no mistake about it. It appears as though the model is starting to settle in, at least for the moment. And the GFS model shows Irma not going full brunt onto Florida. We saw this earlier today, indication that maybe Florida wouldn't be completely destroyed by this storm. I know they've called for an evacuation of the Keys. If your local authorities, folks, are telling you that you should get the hell out, you should get the hell out. But that's not happening everywhere. There's a lot of panic. The last thing we need to do is panic. In an emergency, you don't panic. Now, I also want to say that I'm no meteorologist. And no, don't take my word for it. If you decide that you're going to stay at home because some old man with a computer said that he thought it was going to be all right, then you're in trouble. Don't take my word for it. I just want to keep people informed. I don't want people to become over panicked. In an emergency situation, the last thing you need is panic. And that's starting to go on. We're starting to see water shortages, fuel shortages, food shortages, shortages of every kind that may not be necessary. But the mainstream media has hyped this up so hard that people are absolutely petrified. Yes, this is probably one of the biggest storms that's ever been. But that does not mean Armageddon. It may mean some serious damage. It may actually mean, sadly, loss of life. But it's not the end of the world, and there's no reason to panic. Stay calm, make good decisions, have your plans ready so you will be ready when the time comes, if it's needed. Of course, you should always be prepared. It kind of sometimes surprises me when people are not already prepared, because you never know. You could have to bug out at any time. So let's go here. Here it is. This is September 10th, 5 a.m. As you can see, Irma is heading right towards Florida, skirting here, staying just off the coast, which is not necessarily a good thing for the eastern side of Florida, because the way it's coming in, it's definitely going to be impacting definitely this side of Florida in good way. Looking at Miami, around 102 miles an hour sustained at 10 meters. Again, 113 or so. So, I mean, this is nothing to play around with. I ain't saying have a hurricane party. What I'm saying is stay informed. If it doesn't look like you people over in Tampa need to panic, I wouldn't panic. I'd still have a plan, but I wouldn't panic. So here we go. It is now 8 p.m., Sunday, the 10th. And let's take a little look here. See, now we are talking parts of Florida here, taking it pretty good. 91. Palm Beach, 94. No, that's not. West Palm Beach. Huh. Palm Beach, 52. So as you can see, as it's going up through Florida here, it's staying off the landmass, which is not going to help it weaken much. There's no doubt about that. But it looks like the bulk of the devastation is going to stay, at this point, off over in here. You don't want to be over in here. You have a forward-moving storm. You really don't want to be here. Here's a much better place to be. Here's a lot better place to be. Just an old man's opinion. Don't get all freaky. All right, so as you can see, as we go up through here, taking a little bit too long here, I apologize. As you can see, it's staying off. Almost looks like Jacksonville kind of gets lucky. Now here's where it gets interesting, is it looks like Savannah may get a pretty good taste of this thing. Right there. Just off the coast. It's now Monday, 9/11 at 2 p.m. As you can see, Savannah's getting a taste of it. Watch this very next frame. This is fascinating. How fast this thing moves, though. Ready? Bam. 3 hours later, it goes from here up to there. So it's going to be coming over pretty fast at this point. So the effects will be minimal, especially in duration. Let's go to 8 p.m., 3 hours later. It's way up in here. It's greatly dissipated. You're still having some pretty good winds. Up there in Columbia, you're going to be getting a little taste of it. Charleston, a little taste of it. We got Atlanta over here. At this point, Atlanta's not in play at all. All right, so here we go. Now we're 11 p.m. on 9/11. As you can see, it's pretty much dissipated. You're going to have some effects here. This is not anything that is going to destroy too much at this point. So when it comes in, it does have a tendency to, it looks like it's going to come in fast and degrade pretty quick, and that may be a godsend. What's amazing about that is now if you look, now that I've zoomed out, there's the remnants of Irma. There's Jose, and look at this little guy here. Now watch what happens. This guy could be seriously interesting. This guy could be seriously interesting. This guy could actually form and loop and come down. So there's a lot of things in play right here. Going to jump right to the 15. Oh, that one's gone, but look. This little guy right here. Setting back up. Looks like a hurricane to me. So now you have Irma that went through, this guy lining up, this guy lining up. So the next couple of weeks is going to be pretty much hair-raising. You need to keep an eye on the weather, no matter where you are here in the eastern United States, you know, possibly even over here into Texas and whatnot, because there's some questionable things that are trying to form just off the Gulf here. Really not showing it here yet, but other models are showing it. So there has been a bit of a change. It seems like the storm is picking up a little speed. It looks like it's still going to, actually the eye is going to stay off shore. And it now looks like when it comes in, it's going to come in close to Savannah, Georgia. But it's also going to come in fast and dissipate fast. At this point, that's what it looks like. Take all precautions. Be safe. Thanks for watching. I'll be back when there's more to tell.